So welcome along to my webinar, and what the webinar today is about, it's about magic, creating magic and creating rituals. So I'll go into the slides and we'll start off from there. Here we go. So how to create rituals. How to create empowering rituals for your work and life. And I'm just going to get rid of a couple of things on my screen so I can be here with you. Here we go. Magic rituals are precisely defined actions, including speech, that are used to work magic. We already do rituals. We do things like starting the car. So when you first start the car in the morning, when you get in the car or in the evening, you get in, you put your seatbelt on, you shut the door, you put the seatbelt on, you start the car, you adjust the sound of the radio, you adjust the air conditioning if you've got the air conditioning on. These are set actions that you do again and again and again. We also have setting the table, like for dinner. That could be that, you know, the first thing you do is clear off the rubbish off the table, then put the tablecloth down or the placemats, etc., etc. So what you're doing is you're doing, again, a set type of things. And the reason you're doing it for dinner is so that you can eat. Getting ready for work. You might wear certain clothes. It might be a uniform that you wear. Or it could be that every time you get ready for work, you do things like the first thing you do is have a shower, then get dressed, then put your makeup on. There's set things that you do, defined actions, and they result in something. So we already do magic rituals as well. We might look at some of these rituals as superstitions. For example, a lot of people, when they see something that is not nice, they might cross themselves and it sort of wards off evil. Or you might have seen in movies where something happens and the old ladies pick up their cross off their neck and give it a little kiss and say, yep, that wards off the evil. Sometimes we do other little magic rituals. We might wear lucky socks, and the lucky socks might give us luck. And there's lots of people. I know my dad used to play football, and before he had a pair of lucky jocks, Mum ended up throwing them out because they got holes in them. But he believed that if you wore these lucky jocks when they were playing against a really tough team, that he would actually be able to win against the team. And people wear lucky bracelets and lucky hats. So things like wearing lucky socks or something like that can make a really big difference. Cultural practices are magic rituals. So when thinking about religious practices, such as a lot of Christians won't eat fish on Good Friday because it's, will eat fish on Good Friday but not other foods because they feel that eating the red meat is too close to the Christ. Now, hold on, and I'll just take that little dog who's barking. Effie, that's enough, thank you. Okay, I'm back. So, sympathetic magic. There's different types of magic, and I'm not going to go into all the different types, but what I'm going to teach you today is something called sympathetic magic. Sympathetic magic is magic that's caused by imitation. And the imitation that's imitating, the little things that imitate what you want, are known as correspondences. I'll go into a little bit more about this a little bit later. Magic happens to something or someone as a direct result of it being performed on its representative. So what those two things mean is, if you want magic to happen, it's like you do a rehearsal of what you want to happen. So if you want to find something, you could throw something out on a line and then bring it to you, as if you were imitating the lost thing coming to you. So the structure of magic, the structure of a ritual. The first thing you need to do is have an intention. What are you doing and why do you want to do it? That's really important, because if you don't know what you want to do and why you want to do it, quite often you just scatter the energy. It's like somebody who says, oh, I think I want love in my life. But it's like, what type of love do you want? Do you want love from your family, love from your pets, love from your sibling humanity, or love from a relationship? And why do you want it? Are you feeling unloved? Are you feeling that whenever you bring in a partner, it doesn't quite work? So you need to know why you're doing it as well. You always need permission. That's a really big rule. You always need permission. And you need, we'll go into that in a bit more in a minute, and you need to plan. It's not just saying, oh, well, I'll put this together and I'll throw it together and I'll do it, because quite often if you do that, things don't work. You need to plan what you're going to do. Write your intention down and then write your recipe. So your plan is like a recipe. You write your method. So you've got your list of ingredients and how you're going to do it. So your intention. Be clear about what you would like. And be clear about why it's not already here. If you want something in your life and it's not coming, find out why. Is it a limiting belief system? Maybe you need to do a magic ritual about your limiting beliefs. Is it not coming because it's, say if you want to bring in, the best client into your life, is it that you're not bringing the best client in because you don't feel worthy for the best client? And then what you would do is you would do a little ritual about helping yourself to feel more worthy. So you need to know why something hasn't already happened in your life. And you need to be specific. And you use the present tense. So if I wanted to do a ritual to bring more money into my life, I wouldn't do a ritual that says, I want more money, because I'll get exactly what I asked for. I'll get wanting more money. So what I do is I do a ritual called, and I would say, I have the money in front of me. Magical ethics. This is your permission that I said I'd mentioned before. Harm none, because what you give out, you will receive times 10. It's not times 3, it's not times 5, it's not times 7, it's by 10. And this is a magical law that not only I've proved, but quite a lot of my friends have proved as well. Whatever you give out, you will receive 10 times. So if you do a spell, and what you do is that you do a spell around gaining abundance in your life, you'll not only gain abundance and you say if you want it for your family, not only will you get it, but your family will get it by 10 if the spell goes through. It also works the other way. So if you decide that you want to do something to hurt somebody, remember it's going to come back on you 10 times. You interfere with nobody's choice. What that means is if you really, really love that person who lives across the road from you, you can't do a spell to make them love you. Because if you do, and you don't ask their permission, and you cause someone to do something that's against their will, that's called the left-handed path, or otherwise known as black magic. That will come back and it will bite you on the bottom so hard. Always ask permission if someone else is involved. Now, the only times you wouldn't is if someone was not able to answer. For example, if somebody had a car accident and they're on the road and they're bleeding, you might want to do a little call out to maybe a god or a goddess to help to get this person through until they actually get to hospital. But that person isn't able to give permission, then that's called implied permission. You can do it. If it is a child, always get the parent's permission. If it's your child, then you're already giving permission. But if it is an adult or someone who is of an age where they can know they can make up their own mind, you need to have their permission. The recipe. This is the really cool part. The ingredients. Remember the definition. Magic is caused by imitation. So the imitation is called the correspondence. And it can be anything, such as actions, a thing, a colour, words, a song, a chant. I'll give you some examples of correspondences. You might have green. Use the colour green because green is the colour of money. Well, not in Australia so much as $100 bill, but definitely in America they call it the greenback. You might want to wear something that's red. Red is a passionate colour. Roses for love. You might want some rose oil, or you might want some, maybe a beautiful rose you can pick from a garden. And if you're wanting a baby, you could do a ritual where you had maybe some little rabbits. You don't have to have live rabbits. You could actually just use a statue or a picture of rabbits. So your method. This is how you're going to do this. This is how you're going to get your recipe to work. Remember the acronym KISS. It stands for keep it stunningly simple. How you will finish is very important. You need to clean up after you've done magic. It's called magical hygiene. You've got energy involved, and if you just leave everything there and then go out and party, what will happen is that pretty soon you will find that the energy around your house feels really because it's just like going out all the time and not doing your washing and just wearing dirty clothes. So when you do a ritual, think about how you will feel at the end of it and plan accordingly. If you're going to do a ritual where you're letting somebody go because you've grieved a long time and it's now time for them to go, think about how you will feel at the end of that ritual and plan for that. You might need to have somebody there to give you a hug at the end and tell you you've done really, really well and just be there for you. Or if it's a ritual where you're celebrating something in your life, you might want to have someone there to celebrate with. Or if it's a ritual where you've gone into yourself, to maybe go into the depths of you to understand what's going on for yourself, you might want it to be very quiet when you finish and come out. Also think about what you're going to do with your ingredients. If you leave lighted candles in rooms and you walk out after magic spells, there is a high degree that the candle itself will fall over and set fire to your house. So think about what you're going to do with your ingredients. If you've got water in a chalice, and then when you finish, you just decide to leave that water there and it's outside, don't be surprised if you end up with a whole lot of wriggly, mozzie larvae growing inside of it, which is not very nice for your magical hygiene or your manifestations. Also think again, like I said, what are you going to do next? When your ritual finishes and you have cleaned up or done what you need to do, what are you going to do next? Now, if something goes wrong, the biggest thing that can go wrong is that nothing happens. If nothing happens, check your recipe. Maybe you didn't actually think your intention through all the way. Maybe there's something that you need to work on first before you bring this magic spell through, this ritual that you're doing. Have a look at your recipe. If your intention is positive, you are protected. There are angels and there are guides around us all the time, 100%. This is not a scary movie. This is life. And it's not made for, being, trying to sell things like they do in scary movies where everybody who picks up a wand ends up somehow or other going down to the denizens of hell. You're actually protected if your intention is positive. And you can ask. If something goes wrong, ask online. What's going on? You can call me or contact me. Sharon, I've just done this and this is happening. Or this is what I've been doing and this is happening. Or I know you said that I shouldn't do a ritual to bring such and such into my life, but I did and they're here and I don't know how to get rid of them. Ask me. Ask anyone. Ask online. And when the answers come through, see which one feels right. Usually, if it's something really major, someone will say, PM me, or the advice that comes through, pick the most popular advice. Usually the masses are right in when things go wrong at this level. So I promised you some fun. I'm going to give you a couple of spells to play with. The first one is a money spell, because everybody kind of wants a bit of money in their life. The intention is to bring in money to pay a bill. Our permission, I give myself permission to receive money. The ingredients, something green. Me, I'm part of the ingredients. The money chant, which I'll give to you in a minute. And afterwards, placing myself in a receiving state of mind. So the method. Rub the green between your fingers whilst visualising what you want the money to pay. As you rub, chant, I love money, money loves me. I love money, money loves me. I love money, money loves me. Do you like that one? Really simple. The next one, right, is how to make a wish come true. The intention is to manifest your heart's desire. Permission, a must if it concerns another person. Ingredients, a piece of paper, a pen, a candle in a candlestick holder, and matches or a lighter. Write down what you want on the paper. Place it under the candlestick so that the candle and the candlestick are sitting on top of that piece of paper. Clear your mind and light the candle. And when I say clear your mind, just think about what you want to do and let all the other thoughts just gently leave your mind. Say, candle burning, gentle fire, make my wish my heart's desire. Bring me wish to land with me. As I say, so mote it be. Then you burn the candle for 15 minutes each night. So you keep doing this until the candle is burnt down. There's been a few people who said they wanted to increase energy. So the intention is to give a burst of energy when you're tired. The permission, I give myself permission to be energized. The ingredients, either orange, peppermint, or rosemary essential oil. Uplifting music and something to play it on. A piece of rose quartz. What you do. You put on the music, right? That's the first thing. Then you put some oil on your skin and on the crystal. Make yourself smell lovely. Start dancing, holding the crystal in your power hand. Now, your power hand is the hand that you actually will use to hold your wands and to make sigils. If you get your hands, hold them in front of you, just to the sides, and then close them so that your hands clasp in front of you, and your fingers are interlaced. Which thumb is on top, your left thumb or your right thumb? The thumb on top is your power hand because that's your dominant hand. Keep dancing until you feel the energy start to peak. When you're tired, hold the crystal and think of the dance. Not bad, eh? So, you've got a chat box here. Now, your chat box is down the bottom. You will see there's a little balloon and it says chat. If you press into that, I'll be able to see if you've got any questions to ask because the sound's turned off in this webinar. Whilst you're thinking about anything you want to know, and I will be giving you a copy of those spells as well as a brief summary of what I've been talking about and a copy of tonight's webinar, let me talk about a course that's coming up. It's called Introduction to Magic, Invoke Your Inner Priestess, and it's starting on Monday, the 3rd of October. It has 4 live classes. Excuse me. Just get a quick drink. It has 4 live classes every fortnight. Classes go for around about 60 to 90 minutes, probably going to be closer to 90 minutes. On alternative weeks, there's going to be Q&A sessions so that we can talk about how it's going, what are you learning, and how are you going with it, any questions you've got. There's also one-on-one support with me. So if you're not sure about what's going on, or you just need to talk to me and you don't want to talk in a group, you're quite welcome to come and talk one-on-one with me. Now, Tori says she's right-handed, but her left thumb's on top when she laces her fingers. Is it usually your dominant hand or your non-dominant hand that's your power hand? It's interesting, that one, Tori, because although I'm ambidextrous, I'm actually more right-handed than left-handed, and yet my left hand is my power hand. So you could do it a couple of times if you want, but it's the time that your thumb actually sits on the top. So the Introduction to Magic course. My weeks are called circles. Circle 1. Let's begin at the beginning. Earth correspondences, grounding, and basic magic. Circle 2. Control of the emotional plane. Water correspondences, introduction to psychic development, and basic psychic self-defense. Circle 3, we rise in the east, air correspondences, vision, dream interpretation, cleansings, and blessings. And circle 4, the power of love, fire correspondences, the sacred feminine, the active intention and will, and magical ethics. Charlene wants to know if the candle you use for the spells, can it be a tea light candle if you use it for 15 minutes a day? Charlene, you could use a tea light candle, but what I have found is the wicks are very short on them. And what happens is that if you keep lighting them for 15 minutes, the wick will burn down and sometimes you won't get to the end of the candle. The other thing that I've found with tea lights is that sometimes they don't burn for very long. They say they're eight hours, but they're not really. Your cat's loving this. Your cat can feel the energy. There was a huge amount of energy build up just before this webinar. It was absolutely amazing. So yes, cats are very, very sensitive to psychic energy. No, it doesn't. The question is, does it have to be a pillar candle? What I do is that I go to a candle shop, and it's so interesting. The actual candle shops for the Catholic Church have awesome candles, and they don't mind selling it to us, and they even have different coloured candles. So if you want cheap candles that aren't too big, because they come in shorter sizes than the great big long ones, and good colours, go to a Christian church. Sorry, I'll say that again. A Christian church supply shop, and you'll usually get candles that are really great lengths and really great colours. So you don't have to use something as big as a candle that you would use like a dinner candle. You can use something smaller. Pillar candles, they're huge. It'll take forever for that wish to come through. You want it through before the end of this millennium. So, yeah, make it something a little bit smaller. You'll find it'll burn down a little bit easier. That's okay about the candles. The other place that has coloured candles is supermarkets. Some supermarkets carry them. I don't spend a lot of money on candles because I've just got my normal places that I go and get them. And some candle shops will let you sign up. And if they let you sign up, you can sometimes get a discount too. My guy gives me about 25% off all my candles, so it saves me a trip into the city. Now, Introduction to Magic, invoke your inner priestess. Just while you think of anything else you want to know. It starts on Monday the 3rd of October, so it's next Monday. I have 4 live classes every fortnight. On alternate weeks, there's a Q&A session, and you also get one-on-one support. Now, the price is $347 as an early bird paid before the 30th September. After that date, it goes to full price, $397. I do have a payoff plan. So if coming up with the $347 straight up is too much, then you can contact me and I'll put you on a payment plan of just $100 a week for 4 weeks. So if you'd like to contact me, the course, if you want to have a look at it, is dynamic-peace, full stop, thinkific.com/courses/want-to-learn-magic. And I'll be sending you a copy of these links. My email is sharon@dynamicpeace.com.au. My phone number in Australia is 0420 220 485. And on Facebook, you can find me under Sharon Stanford, Esoteric Kinesiologist. So you'll be able to find me there. So the way to contact the course is dynamicpeacethinkific.com. Oh, thank you, Dave. Dave's put the link into the web chat. So if you copy that now, you could put that straight into your Word or onto your browser. Or you can email me if you've got any more questions, or phone me, or you can Facebook me. Charlene, if you want to know anything more about this course and if it would actually apply to you, please let me know. But have a look on the link as well, because I think it'll answer a lot of your questions. Okay. So, where am I? Just trying to bring my video up. Here I am. Hello, everybody. So, if you would like any more information, has anyone got any more questions that they would like to know right now? We got a few extra people come in, didn't we? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jolly. And yeah, good to see you come in. Yes, it's yes, Charlene, absolutely. You can do the spell to get the money in. That's exactly how that works. So you just think about what you want, like that payment. Grab something green between your hands, and it can be anything, I promise you. I've got an old diary here that's green, and I can go, I love money, money loves me. I love money, money loves me. I love money, money loves me. Works every single time. So, yeah, absolutely. Now, if you've missed out what I was saying before, I'm actually going to send the copy of these spells and the copy, part of the copy of tonight's presentation, as well as the webinar link to your email, so you'll have a copy there. So the question was, with the course, is it one call each fortnight? So starting on the 3rd of October is the first group call. In that group call, what we'll be doing is we'll be going over the first lot of learning. It'll take us between 60 and 90 minutes, depending on how many questions we've got and what we're doing. The Monday after, then we will do a Q&A call. And then the Monday after, we'll do the next lot of learning. The Monday after, we'll do the Q&A call. There's a Facebook group that's going to open up, and that's where we can actually share if you've got any questions you want to share with the group. And you also, if there's something that happens that you don't feel comfortable about sharing with a group of people, then I'm here if you just want to have a chat with me and say, look, I just don't get what you mean by doing this, and we can go over it. Because sometimes drawing a pentacle or a pentagram can be a little bit confusing the first time you do it. Sometimes it might be, well, look, you said to use this, can I use this instead? And I'm quite open to everybody giving a call and asking me about that. So are there any other questions that anybody has? Yes, I'm doing it at 7:30 on the Monday night. And it's going to, yeah, hello, and it's going to, I'm going to tape each session. So if you miss it, particularly if you've got kids, you'll be able to listen to the session still. So have we got any more questions that anyone has? Oh, that's okay, Lisa. Any more questions that anyone would like to ask? Because we've been on for about half an hour now, and otherwise I'll close up the webinar. So in the chat box at the moment is the contact for the course, so you can have a look at the course. There is my contact, sharon@dynamicpeace.com.au, and my phone number 0420 220 485. And you can catch me on Facebook. Just type in Sharon Stanford, Esoteric Kinesiologist. Or if you come through from one of the groups, you'll probably still see me in the groups at some time. And there's also, that's about it, I think. All right, thank you, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed tonight and you've got a lot out of it. And I had a ball doing this presentation. I love teaching magic. As you can see, I just light up. This is what I'm here for. I absolutely love it. And I love how it empowers your life. So just taking these 3 rituals that I've given you, how to a money spell, how to create a wish, and the last one, I can't remember what it was, but anyway, having those spells will definitely make a difference if you, oh, that's right, how to create energy in your life. So those 3 are really good grounding. If you come into the course, we go into a lot more detail. So you actually get to learn more about the correspondences, you get lists of correspondences, and you also learn how to empower these rituals. So we go into it a lot deeper. And at the end of the 4 weeks, you will actually be able to create your own rituals and your intention will be so pure. You'll know exactly what you're doing about the intention. And you're going to learn little things on the side too, like psychic self-defense, which is really important. How to increase your psychic awareness. I'm going to teach you how to see auras. I'm going to teach you how to hold things and actually do psychometry, which is where you actually get to hold something and you actually get to do a reading of what you're holding, which is just the most awesome party trick, but really, really handy. So hopefully you'll come along to the course and I'll see you then. I'm going to be running webinars every month from now on, and they will be a little bit like this. Okay, unless there's anything else, I'll give you about 5 more seconds and then we'll finish off. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are finished. Thank you. Thank you very much, Charlene. Blessed be everybody.